So now let's talk about the evolutionary function of the emotion depression or sadness. So just as with anxiety, it has a purpose that it serves for us. It gives us important information. What depression communicates to us is that there's been some type of a loss or disappointment. So think about things like death of a loved one, losing out on an opportunity you really wanted, a breakup with a romantic partner. Those kinds of things are typically what bring up things like sadness and depression. So again, evolutionary function of that is that we're supposed to feel sad and have all the physiological changes in our bodies that come with that. And those symptoms are designed to help us slow down and pull back and kind of isolate ourselves so we can work through the thing that made us sad, come to terms with it in some way, and then the sadness or depression lifts and we're able to, feel better and go on with our day. So in situations where there's the loss of a loved one or something, your body is going to start feeling those changes, those symptoms. So things like your energy level is going to go down. You're not going to feel as motivated to do things, and you might feel kind of just like fatigued, like I don't really have much in me. That lack of energy and that kind of slowness that comes with that allows you to not go out and do things, to stay in so that you're just kind of in one place and not distracted, so you can focus on processing through the thing that made you sad. Other symptoms like decreased focus, decreased interest in things that you typically would enjoy. That's also designed to kind of narrow your focus just to the thing that made you sad, so you're not getting distracted by the other things around you. You're just focused on this one thing or these few things that made you sad, so that you can actually process them and come to terms with them. Again, the idea is that you feel that way for a little bit, you process those things, you come to terms with it, you decide how you want to move forward, and then the mood lifts. The problem is that with depression, a lot of times if you're in it for a couple of days, the changes that happen in your brain, which I'll explain in a couple minutes, actually make it harder and harder for your brain to get out of the depression. So the longer you stay in it, and the more changes that happen in your brain, the more stuck you can get. Once you get stuck, it's harder to get unstuck. The workshop is going to teach you how to do that. One more thing about depression that's important to remember is, just like with anxiety we talked about with the car alarm, sometimes our depression can get it wrong too. So we might feel sad, we might feel depressed, and we may be able to identify the thing that made us sad, but the way that we can sometimes get it wrong is because depression narrows our focus into like one specific thing. It's easier to miss other stuff around us that might help us to feel better or more positive. So let's say that you're giving a presentation in class and you've been feeling sad lately. Your focus might go straight to the negative thing, like, oh, that person in that seat looks really, really bored, they're not enjoying my presentation. So you're focusing on the negative there, but you might miss all the other faces around them, the more positive faces, the ones that look interested and curious in what you're saying, that might be smiling and nodding along with you. Because of that change that has happened in your brain to narrow your focus, you're missing the other things around you that might give you a more balanced picture, and in that way then our brain can get it wrong. So again, learning the skills you're going to learn in the workshop, you're going to be able to figure out how to push past that and how to broaden your focus so that you are not getting stuck in those sort of accidental interpretations.